Hi there guys, thank you for joining me today and thank you for tuning back into my channel. Today I wanted to do a foundation declutter and kind of show you my foundation collection. Some of these are really old and so embarrassingly old. So we need to get rid of a few things, clean things out. I want to refresh my foundation collection, get rid of some old things. And so we're gonna first start with drugstore foundations, and then we will look at my high-end foundations and BB creams, tinted moisturizers, that kind of thing. First thing we have is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I have the shade F1. This one is not my favorite. It looks really pasty and cakey, so I've tried it a couple different times and haven't really found a way for it to work for me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Next up is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation SPF 20. I have the shade LW2. This one is definitely staying. I really like this one. It feels really lightweight on the skin. It's a good shade match for me, and I've used quite a bit of it, so I'd like to go ahead and use that one up. Next we have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This one is really good, but it's pretty old. The shade is a little bit dark for me. It's shade 125 Nude Beige. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one, pass it along. Next we have the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte shade 101. This one is kind of newer in my collection, and so I think I'm gonna keep it and try it a little more. I honestly haven't tried it too many times because it's a little more matte than what I prefer, but I do want to hang on to it, so we'll keep that one. And then the next is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow shade 201. This one I think I'm going to declutter because it is pretty old. Oh yeah, it's really old. It expired in 2018, so we're just gonna toss that one. The L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation shade 405. This one I really like. And we're gonna go ahead and hang on to that one. This next one is definitely not my shade. It's the L'Oreal True Match shade W4 Natural Beige. This one I'm gonna hang on to because I use this one when I do my mom's makeup. Her skin tone is quite a bit darker than mine, and it looks really natural and wears really well, so we'll hang on to that one for when I do her makeup. And then we've got the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I have a more oily combo skin type, and the last time I tried this one, it didn't wear that great on me, but I do love the finish of this foundation. It's very glowy and natural looking. So I think I'm gonna keep it and try it and just use a lighter hand with it next time. Oh, it is in the shade Light. Next we got the number 7 Stay Perfect foundation. This one, I really like this one, but I think I need to declutter it. It is pretty old. This one expired in 2018 also, so we will be tossing that one. Next we have the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup. This one is really nice as well. Has a very lightweight, light coverage, which is what I tend to prefer for every day. So I will go ahead and hang on to that one also. The next one we have is the Catrice All Matte Plus foundation. This one is in the shade Light Beige 101. This one is pretty good. It does feel a little heavy and cakey on the skin, so I think I'm going to pass this one along, but it's not expired, it's still good, so I'll just pass it along and see if one of my daughters wants it. Then we have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This one is in the shade 101 Light Beige. This one I really like for a fuller coverage matte foundation. It looks pretty natural and wears really well for me, so we will hang on to that one. Then we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Shell Ivory. This one I really like, so we're going to hang on to that one. Next to that one, we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the Dewy formula. This one is in the shade Porcelain. Both shades work pretty well for me, and this one is fairly new, and I've really been liking it. It doesn't wear as long on me because of my skin type as the regular Photo Focus, but I do like this one for every day. Here we have the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation. This one is in the shade Light Ivory. And I also have, let's see, this one is in the shade, this one is in the shade Porcelain. I don't necessarily need both of them, and this one is newer and both shades will work okay for me. So we're gonna keep Light Ivory and get rid of Porcelain. Next we have the e.l.f. Moisturizing Stick Foundations. I have the shade Nude and the shade Ivory. I really don't care for these stick foundations. They're very heavy and cakey on my skin, so I'm going to go ahead and pass both of these along. The Rimmel Stay Matte in the shade Light Porcelain. They have repackaged and I believe reformulated since I bought this one. This is extremely old. I'm sure this one is expired by now, so we're going to go ahead and just toss this one. Next we have the Revlon Candid Foundation in the shade 110. I wore this one a couple times when I first got it and I really didn't care for it, but I tried it not too long ago and I liked it a lot more than I remember from the first time. It's about a medium coverage, pretty natural, kind of glowy, a little satiny, not super matte or super dewy, kind of right in the middle. So I think I'm going to try this one out a little bit more, so we're going to keep that one. The CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, I don't even know if they make this anymore. It's in the shade 105, which was still a little bit dark for me, and it's pretty old, so I think we're going to just declutter this one as well. Next we have the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. This one is a beautiful foundation. It wears really well on me, about a medium coverage, and I haven't had this one too long, so we're going to go ahead and hang on to that one. And then we have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir in the shade 705. This one is pretty old, and I'm pretty sure that this foundation has been discontinued, but I really did like it. It wore really well, had a beautiful, about medium coverage finish, but unfortunately, I think I'm going to declutter it just because you can't get it anymore. Then we have the Ulta Demi Matte Foundation. This one is in the shade Classic Ivory. I haven't tried this one in a while. I don't remember loving it, so I think I will just pass it along. This one is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector. In the shade Fair to Light. It's more of a skin treatment, tinted moisturizer. Has super, super light coverage. It does have SPF 20 in it, but I wear this almost every day. I'm about halfway through with it. This one I would definitely probably repurchase because I like it for on a day-to-day basis, just to add a little extra SPF. And it's really nice on very natural days to put this on and just throw a powder foundation over it. Love it. It's staying. And we have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. Mine is in the shade Ivory L2. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It's very lightweight, light to medium coverage. Looks really, really pretty on the skin. It doesn't wear the longest on me, but I still really like the way it looks. So we will hang on to that. The Found BB Cream. This is really, really pretty too. Again, it is a BB cream, tinted moisturizer. It is very hydrating, so if you have super oily skin, you probably wouldn't really care for it, but even though I'm on the more oily to combo side, it really works for me. I do set my T-zone pretty well when I wear this, but I've been wearing it a lot lately and I really like it, so it is staying. The Hard Candy Bare It All Stick Foundation. I don't remember loving this, and I honestly can't remember the last time I reached for it. It has the foundation on one side, and then on the other side it has a little blending sponge there, which obviously I tried but wasn't crazy about it, so I'm going to pass it along as well. The Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation SPF 15. This one is really pretty, great for everyday, light to medium coverage. So I'm going to hold on to this one. Cushion foundations I tend to go through pretty quickly, so I'm going to try and use this one up. Okay, next we have a few high-end foundations and some BB cream tinted moisturizers. So we're going to start with the Pure Bare It All. This one is pretty heavy and kind of cakey, so I think I'm going to pass this one along. I've used it a few times, but it's not one that I'm crazy about. It is in the shade Light and it's still a little too dark for me, so we'll pass that one along. Next up is the Wonder Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. This one I got in either a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy. It's pretty good. I've only used it a few times, so I think I'm going to hang on to it. It is a very hydrating foundation, but I still remember liking it, so we'll hang on to that one. And then we have the Doll 10 Hydrolux Smoothing Foundation. This one I haven't used too much, and I honestly can't remember how I felt about it, but I know I haven't had it that long, so I want to keep it and try it a little bit more. This is a Perricone MD No Makeup Foundation Serum. This one I believe I got in an influencer box, and I do remember liking it. It doesn't last very long on me, but it has a lot of good skincare benefits. And it does look really good for about 6 or so hours. And so I want to hang on to that one and get some more use out of it. Then we have the Laura Geller Cover Lock Foundation. I remember I had to have this because Tati raved about it. And this one is pretty old. And it looks like it's separating a little bit, which is an indication that it is probably expired, so we will go ahead and toss this one. Next we have the Garnier BB Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 5-in-1 Miracle Skin Perfector for oily combo skin. This is in the shade light medium. It's a little bit dark but because it's such light coverage, it still works for me. And I really like to wear BB creams, tinted moisturizers more in the spring and summer. So I'm gonna hold on to this one, see if I can't use it up this summer. If I don't, then I will go ahead and toss it once summer is over, because it is getting a little old. This one, the Almay's Smart Shade, this one I'm definitely gonna toss. It's old and I honestly didn't care for it too much. So I'm gonna toss this one, but I might buy the newer formulation. This is the It Bye Foundation SPF 50+. This one I really like. It's pretty full coverage for a tinted moisturizer BB cream style foundation. This one I think I got in a BoxyCharm or in an Ipsy Plus, I can't remember. But I do really like it, and hopefully I can use this one up this summer too. This one I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This is the Ulta Beauty Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This one was really greasy. It does have a dewy finish. It says it's oil-free, paraben-free. Mine is in the shade Fair, but I didn't care for it, so I'm going to pass it along. This is embarrassingly old. This is the e.l.f. Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20. This is a really good tinted moisturizer, but it's super old. You can see it's kind of separated there, so we're gonna throw that one away. Then we have the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in the shade Fair. This I really, really like. I use it quite often. I'm actually almost done with it, so we're gonna hang on to that one, see if we can't use it up. This one I also love, the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This says SPF 20. It's kind of like a gel cream tinted moisturizer. It's very hydrating. It doesn't last the longest on my skin type, but I really do like it, and I'm gonna keep it. This is unfortunately so old. Maybelline Bronze BB in the shade 10 Light Medium. This one we are going to go ahead and declutter just because it is so old, but it is really nice to mix into moisturizers, SPFs in the summertime to add a little bit of bronzy glow to your skin. Here's another one that is pretty old, the CoverGirl Clean Matte in the shade 520 Light. This one was a little too dark for me from the beginning. I believe there is a shade down from this one, which would probably match me better. It is about a medium, light to medium coverage. I do remember liking it, but because of this shade, I didn't wear it that often. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just declutter this one because it's pretty old by now. This is a little sample of the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour full coverage foundation. I honestly haven't used this very much. I am going to hang on to it. I would, since it's a mini size, I would like to use it up. So I will hang on to that one. This one is the Dr. Jart Sensitive BB SPF 30 PA++. This is a really nice BB cream. Pretty light to medium coverage, but it is really old and it's almost all gone, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that one. Okay, so here's everything that I'm keeping. We are keeping 24 foundations. Again, this doesn't include my powder foundations, but we will go through those in another video. I'll show you kind of what I have and what I'm going to declutter. I think this was really good. So we're keeping these. These are the ones that I am decluttering, either passing along to friends or family. most likely my daughter's, or I'm just going to toss because they are old and expired. There are 21 foundations here that I am getting rid of, and like I just said, we're going to keep 23. That's almost half, so I think that's a pretty good start. This is my first declutter. I'm pretty proud of the progress that I made here. I'm going to be going through my collection category by category, showing you what I have, and then also decluttering at the same time. Hopefully you like this style of video. I know that I really like to watch them. Let me know in the comments down below which category you would like me to go through next. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell. It helps me out a lot. I would really appreciate your guys' support. And thanks again. Hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.